Well, I guess the camera's running. It's difficult to see today. The sun's right overhead and it's quite overcast. Otherwise a nice day. Warm, very warm here in Florida today. I think Pensacola had a record high a couple of days ago. Well, you know who this is? This is the Gray Eagle in Florida. And this is the Prophecy Report, June 6th, 2011. Another fantastic week of prophecies coming to pass. And I want to make a couple of statements here first. Before we get started, and that's this December 21st, 2012 prophecy, the Mayan prophecy, I consider to be totally bogus. However, I got to admit, it seems that the great men of the earth are planting news stories and misleading articles pointing in that to make us think that that's going to be true. I don't believe for a minute that any kind of Bible prophecy is going to come to pass on the 21st of next December. Not this December, but 2012. However, like I say, a lot of the stuff on the internet seems to be, and I think that's planted by the NWO. Next, I wish to stress here that my message, and I guess I'll have to keep saying this over and over again, is not a message of gloom and doom, but rather of one of hope. Actually, the blessed hope that the Bible speaks of. And that is, Jesus is coming again to bring righteousness to an unrighteous, crime-riddled world filled with terrorism, constantly declining freedoms of American citizens. You know, we used to be considered the land of the free, the home of the brave. But with these constantly declining freedoms, I don't see how that can be. It looks to me like we're morphing into what Revelation 17 and 18 calls Mystery Babylon. It looks like we're morphing into that. Now, if you don't like that, there's a lot of Christian people that don't like the idea that America may be Mystery Babylon, then America shouldn't act like Mystery Babylon. The Lord rescued the Hebrews from the slavery of the wicked Egyptian government, and likewise He's going to rescue the Christian from the tyranny of the even more wicked Mystery Babylonian government. Jesus said in Luke 21, how do these news articles prove Jesus is coming again? Well, this is how. In Luke 21:28, when these things begun to come to pass, look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draws near. So we see these things are beginning to come to pass in the headlines even now. We see that Jesus has told us the truth of these things beginning to come to pass. Therefore, when He said, I will come and receive you to myself, He likewise told the truth. So He's coming again, and all these articles that I put out there prove it. Because the Bible is true, the words of Jesus are true, and they're even actually, He told us about this 2,000 years ago. How can you not believe it? All right, let's move right along to the first article. Is out of Jeremiah 50 and 37. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. Also John 9:4. The night comes when no man can work, and that includes the women too, I'm sure. The economy took a double hit last week. Home prices dropped, and a devastating blow was dealt the administration when unemployment increased from 9.0 to 9.1. An increase of jobs was added was expected to be about 150,000. Instead, only about 54,000 jobs were created. But don't forget, last month in May, McDonald's went on a gigantic hiring spree. They actually hired 62,000. This was the number of jobs added by the fast food burger giant. And so the simple fact of the matter is, if it had not been for those 62,000 mostly low-paying, mostly service sector jobs and part-time jobs, the unemployment numbers would have been negative. In other words, we would have lost jobs instead of added jobs. But by the way, I saw where McDonald's was added to the manufacturing sector of the market. Now they're considered manufacturers instead of service sector because they manufacture hamburgers. This proves what I think it was might have been Isaiah that said they're mad upon their idols. That's totally insane. Well, that's a manufacturing is where you take steel, metal, plastic, or whatever, and put it together, like an automobile manufacturer or a aluminum siding manufacturer. That's manufacturing. Hamburger is service sector. What these people are totally insane, just as the prophet spoke. So much for the rosy spin the administration has been putting on the economy. And by the way, the 9.1 figure does not, I repeat, does not, N-O-T, include folks whose unemployment benefits have expired altogether. It only includes those currently getting unemployment. Hey, we got a jaybird coming to get the peanuts I put over there for him. Way to go, girl! Okay. And we should not forget there might be some collusion here on the timing of these new jobs. As we know that the fast food burger giant had previously begged the administration for waivers of the new health care plan and got them. You decide for yourself on that. Use these keywords in your search engine. Home prices dropped to lowest level. Also, there was a Wall Street market that has said we're on the verge of a Great Depression, and the keywords for that are verge, very Great Depression. Also relevant to this prophecy, another article concerning the bailout funds. It says the keywords are lose auto bailout funds. If you want to read that article, just put those words into your search engine. Now, Daniel 12:4, knowledge is always increasing. As a matter of fact, I think a few years back it was doubling every year and a half. The amount of knowledge in the world. That's really rocketing along. Might even be doubling every year, or 6 or 8 months now. You can tell that by all these new products coming out: the iPad, the and the iPod, and all the rest of it, and all this new stuff that's coming out. These tablets. It's amazing. The thought of all this actually made Daniel sick to his stomach for certain days when he seen all that was going on in the end days. Okay, Daniel 12:4, knowledge increases, and also this is fulfillment of wars and rumors. Apparently there was a company that manufactures a drone for the government that has been subject to hackers use keywords L-3 actively targeted. And another article also under Daniel 12:4, keywords manhunt master controller. Now, this is an article about tracking people. So check that out if you want to read that article. Matthew 24:7 is the next news article that comes up. There shall be famines and pestilences. Now, this concerns the Germany e-coli outbreak. Last count, there were 18 deaths and apparently thousands ill. Some of these dead, I think, were Americans. They were ill or dead from the last, this latest E. coli outbreak in Germany. Use keywords Germany's mutated E. coli outbreak. If you get a chance, there might be a video on this on YouTube, but I saw it yesterday. The doctor on that comes on, I think about somewhere a little after the 10 o'clock hour on Fox News. I forget what his name is. I forget what the name of the show is. But he discussed this. If you can find that on YouTube or some other source, you might want to see what he has to say about E-coli. I thought it was interesting anyway. So there you go. There's the wrap up for this past week. The top prophetic news articles. Jesus told us about them in advance. Week after week, these articles continually prove the words of Jesus are beginning to come to pass. Yet the skeptics skepticize, the scoffers continue to scoff, and it all proves Habakkuk 1:5 to be absolutely true. And that is, behold ye among the heathen, now that means nations, and regard and wonder marvelously. I will work a work in your days you will not believe, even though it be told you. That's the skeptics and scoffers. That also concludes the preterists, which are Christians, but don't believe in any end times, because they say mistakenly, they say the end times were fulfilled in the first century. Well, if you break it down, it just doesn't hold up under biblical scrutiny, but they still believe that. All right, there you go. That's it for today. We need you to trust Jesus. Those of you who have not, this is the time to do it, because the time is so short. It's just about run out, I believe. Although, as I've said many times, I don't set dates for anything. But the Bible says you will know the season, and Jesus told us to watch for it. So we'll know the season, the approximately time when it's near, but not the actual day or hour. So don't be setting dates, but continue to watch and report if you have the ability to do so, like I do here on YouTube. All you do to trust Him is call on His name. More info is in the description box. Now, until next week, this is the Eagle. Keep on trucking for the Lord. The Eagle is out. See you next time.